Here's a great story about the tzaddik Rebbe Akiva, and here's how he became great. Rebbe Akiva, he didn't know any Torah. He didn't know any Aleph Beis. He was what we call an Am Ha'aretz, unlearned. He was a shepherd for the richest man of Yerushalayim, Ben Kalba Savua. Rebbe Akiva had good midos, and he used to go about his work doing a good job every day. One day, the daughter of Kalba Savua looked out the window and said, "Look at that shepherd watching my father's sheep. He looks so refined. He looks like such a nice person. He's humble, he's gentle, he's caring." She said, "Akiva, I could see you're a great person. And I could see that if you work hard and learn Torah, you could become a big Talmud Chacham, a big Rebbe, who can teach Torah to the whole world." He laughed. He said, "Me? I don't even know the Aleph Beis. I'm 40 years old. Everything I learn, I forget." She showed him a rock that had water dripping on it, and after many years made a hole through the rock. And she said, "Look, you see how the water made a hole in something hard like a rock? So too, if you work hard and don't give up, you too could become a big Talmud Chacham." Well, Akiva said, "You really think so?" She said, "Not just I think so. Akiva, if you go to yeshiva and promise me you're going to dedicate your life to Torah, then I will marry you and I'll be your wife. That's how much I believe in you." When her father, Ben Kalba Savua, heard this, her father said, "My royal daughter from a rich house is going to marry this shepherd boy who knows no Torah? Never." He said to his daughter, "If you marry Akiva, I swear to you, you will never get $1 from my wealth. You'll have to support yourself. You'll be a poor person." She said, "My father, I love you, but I believe that Akiva could be great, and I want to help him." They moved away. Akiva went to yeshiva. Akiva studied, and he never gave up. Day and night he learned. His wife was at home. She was poor. She would work for people for a few pennies just to be able to survive. After 12 long years, Rebbe Akiva said, "It's time to go home." He came home, but he didn't come alone. He came with 12,000 students. Just as he was getting close to his house, he overheard the neighbor was talking to his wife. And the neighbor said, "Why are you sitting here like a beggar? How long are you going to let Akiva just sit in yeshiva while you sit here like a poor person?" She said, No. You got it all wrong. I love that Akiva's in yeshiva. And if he could hear me now, I would tell him to stay another 12 years. When Rebbe Akiva heard this, he told the students, "We're going back to yeshiva." He didn't even knock on the door and say hi. He turned around and he went back to yeshiva, following his wife's wishes. After 12 more years, now 24 years later, Rebbe Akiva came home, and this time he's the great Rebbe Akiva. And he has 24,000 students. The town saw Rebbe Akiva come. They all came out to greet him. You know who else came? Ben Kalba Savua, Rebbe Akiva's father-in-law. Not knowing it was Akiva, he went to the big Rav and he said, "Great Rebbe, I swore I wouldn't give any money to my daughter. I would like to take back my promise. How do I take back my promise?" Rebbe Akiva looked at him and said, "If you knew that Akiva would become great, would you have made this promise?" "No," he said, "of course not." "Well," said Rebbe Akiva, "I'm your son-in-law, and this is me." Also, Rebbe Akiva's wife came out. She saw the crowd, she pushed through, and she tried to get close to Rebbe Akiva. And she got to Rebbe Akiva, and she fell on her hands and knees, and she started kissing his feet, saying, "Look how great you've become." The student said, "Who's this woman? Get her away from here." Rebbe Akiva said, No. It's in her credit that we became great. His father-in-law was so happy, he gave him half his wealth. And Akiva and his wife became very wealthy. Rebbe Akiva went on to become one of the great Rebbis that we have. He taught us so much Torah. You know what else he taught us? He taught us that it's never too late. With consistency, if you never give up, we can all reach great heights and achieve amazing things. and become great like Rebbe Akiva.